Thanks to getting set for the restart as we get close to halfway. And here is the number 9, the Evernham Dodge Dealers Dodge. Casey Kane done for the day. Hermie Sadler replaces Kane as a relief driver. Kane is okay. Talked to us earlier. Going to sit the rest of this one out, though.
One of the cars that's back out on the track. Remember earlier when the 9 Casey Kane had an incident? Well, you notice J.J. Yeley's in the car. Let's get the update from Dave Burns.
Now, first of all, Yeley was the first out of the race tonight in the 36 car. After Casey was involved in a wreck on the track and brought it into the garage for repairs, he reported to his crew he didn't feel well at all. Did not feel that he should continue. And Yeley was looked up and put in the 9 car to finish out the night.
All right, Dave, thank you very much for the update. And 48 laps remaining here right now, and Yeley is in that 9 car is 38th position right now. They are 120 laps down to the race lead.
Gordon said he loves his car route, especially on those long runs. Steve Letarte is going to make an air pressure adjustment on that car. Also, Mark Martin said his car is a little bit too loose down one around the track bar. You see inside Tony Stewart's car, he comes out, does not feel well. As we mentioned, J.J. Yeley into the race car. Stewart has all of his belts unbuckled, was ready to get out of the car when they came to a stop here on pit road. Jason Shapiro there helping get buckled in for J.J. Yeley, and a couple of other guys trying to get J.J. buckled into the car. Matt?
He tweaked it the right way. He tweaked it out.
Now, Tony Stewart did not lead a lap. Mark Martin was on pit road and crossed the start-finish line before Stewart. So Stewart has not picked up 5 bonus points, as now he comes to the pits to hand off to a 4-time over winner, Ricky Rudd.
He was just trying to get position, really, I think. I don't know that leading a lap was all that important or not. I think he just wanted to be coming in like he is right now.
Yeah, remember the start-finish line is an imaginary line that goes all the way across pit road. That's why Mark Martin led that lap.
They have choreographed this throughout the weekend, although without Tony. You see, he's already got his helmet and Hans off, and here he comes, Matt.
Mike, they've already pulled him out of the race car as Ricky Rudd is going in. Scott Gertz, they called an audible, is now going to help Jason Shapiro put Ricky back in the car. Smoke already had the helmet off, gloves off, window net down. Jason Lee standing on the right side of the race car with Tommy Dean, who's inside the car, helping Ricky get belted up. NASCAR officials looking on, making sure that everything is where it should be as far as belts are buckled up. Now, Zippy sat down and calculated they've had 52 seconds with a pit road speed of 35 miles per hour as the pace car is entering turn 4. Mark Robertson, the spotter, is keeping Zippy abreast of where the pace car is. Shapiro telling Tommy Dean to climb out. They're getting ready to fire the race car, and they are pushing him away. He's out of the box. Transfer completed. 1 minute.
110 laps from the finish. There's the other Roush team, the number 99 there, the Exide Batteries Ford. Jeff Burton started the day. You know the story. Bothered by inner ear problems. Todd Bodine has taken over, and he's worked his way up through the field nicely, Glenn.
Yeah, he has, Eli. He's up to 18th now. He got as high as 16th, but a couple of cars with fresher rubber than he has have passed him on the racetrack. But remember, they only took on 2 tires. Jeff Burton is sitting up on top of the War Wagon number 2. He's been kind of directing things, listening to what's been going on. Everybody down here right now very pleased with what Todd is doing. As he told us earlier this morning, Eli, he's got to do the best he can without jeopardizing the car. He can't take any chances, so he's just out there, I think, doing a very, very credible job right now.
And it's been quite a struggle to get that credible job done. When he first tried to drive the car, it was set up for Burton, who likes the car very, very loose, and Bodine just couldn't hang on to it. He said there was no traction at the back end. He didn't like it at all. They worked on it, worked on it, worked on it.
Rich Bickles got his leg up on the pit wall. His helmet is on. He is ready to climb aboard the number 5 Chevrolet. Terry Labonte did give the team some instructions, says they were loose in 1 and 3, so they are making some major adjustments on that number 5 Chevrolet. They are going to have to help him get out of the car. Remember, he doesn't need to put any weight on that leg. And he is out, and they will help him over the wall. Rich Bickle is climbing on board and will go the rest of the way. They've taken that side window off so a crew member can get in and help him strap in and try to make this as quick as possible. If this pit stop had come under green, Terry Labonte had said he was going to keep going, but Labonte on crutches now. The Iron Man, 655 consecutive starts, but he's out of the car and out of the race now. trying to get that leg healthy. We'll talk to him in just a moment.
Let's get an update on Kevin Harvick's car, now being driven by Kyle Petty. Dave?
Actually, Alan, I wanted to update you on Kevin Harvick. He's not able to talk to us right now because he's too dehydrated. His seat actually dug into his left bicep, according to his team. That was the biggest problem. Then it went numb. Very hard to race a car that way, and that led to the dehydration. Kevin apologized for not coming out to talk to us. Dr. Jay Golden, the RCR team physician, is attending to him, getting him full of fluids and trying to get him back to health now. He'll sit in his hauler and watch the rest of this race.
And, you know, that's a tough job for Kyle. I mean, Kyle's getting in an unfamiliar race car. I'm sure it doesn't fit very well, and he's just trying to do the best he can for that race team.
Matt, the 37 car of Kevin Grubb was having a great run today. In fact, they were having a great time except for one little thing. Kevin was feeling sick to his stomach, and so Jamie McMurray, who was out earlier from engine difficulties, got in the car for him. Kevin is out of it. Jamie McMurray is in the car and hopes that he can continue the good run they're having. By the way, Benny, Randy LaJoie's rotator cuff surgery is on Tuesday.
That's what I thought you said the first time.
Kevin Grubb making his final ride in that 37 car today.
Steve, the clock has started. Sean Curlin will help Denny exit through the roof. There is a step stool by the left rear tire for him to jump down on gingerly. Vickers slides in. Spider Gillen, the car chief, he's also out there helping through the side of the window. They've got the side window out. Now, since the car is down and Denny is out, they are going to top off the car with fuel. 30 seconds at this point. You can see Spider Gillen inside helping Brian with his belts to get the nets, especially the roof hatch net, back affixed. 40 seconds at this point. Remember, during practice, it was just over 60 seconds, both stops when they practiced this in the garage. Impressive driver exchange going on here in the 11 pit, guys.
As Brian Vickers gets ready to roll, 9 drivers chose not to pit under this first caution.
We come back, I'll tell you why. They probably won't still be on the track.
Here they are back on the track, and we're following Daryl Waltrip, the 5-time champion in the 600, bringing that car down. And I think we're just about ready for this stop, and I believe we're maybe a lap away from getting this back underway.
It looks like Jimmy
Steve Burns is there.
Daryl Waltrip is being pulled out of the car, and this is very painful for him with those broken ribs. Jimmy Hensley now jumping in. They're trying not to lose too much time. Daryl is walking very gingerly. He sits down on pit wall while Jimmy Hensley gets strapped in. Obviously, they're losing a lot of time here in the pits. Daryl Waltrip is in a lot of pain. You know how hard it is, how badly it must hurt if he took himself out of this car.
You saw the Reverend Max Helton there with him for just a moment, and there's Stevie Waltrip, his wife as well.
I tell you what, I've had a lot of accidents, broken legs, feet, necks, and everything else. But nothing will hurt you in a race car as bad as messed up ribs. And they'll last you all day long, and there's nothing you can do. You can't turn around, you can't make them any better.
At the TechNet Auto Service 300 powered by CarQuest, an update. It is Mark Green who has just climbed aboard the 62 car in the NASCAR Nationwide Series garage, and he will be the relief driver for Brendan Gaughan, bringing that car back out onto the speedway.
Jerry, what a break for the Dirt Devil Pontiac team as Kenny Wallace broke the tip of his right shoulder blade in an accident at Indianapolis testing. He was going to run until the first caution. They had hoped that it would come early. It has. Dick Trickle standing by to get into the car. In fact, Kenny ran 6 laps today as he gets out with no problem. Dick Trickle sliding in. It will need to be a very quick change. He ran 6 laps today and told me that it did not hurt, that he thought he could probably go longer, but he wanted to be in just so he would not injure it further. Now let's go to Dr. Jerry Punch.
I spoke with Kenny Wallace. You know, what he broke was the very bottom part of the scapula. He said the shoulder blade on the right side up in Indianapolis. It isn't a serious injury, but it can be very painful. And with the vibration and the G-force here at Bristol, Tennessee, his car owner, Felix Zabatos, didn't want to take a chance on having him injured. He felt that possibly if he would sit out here tonight, he'd be able to go full bore next week at Darlington in the Southern 500s. He's going to get out here early and put the veteran Dick Trickle in the car.
Now, on the racetrack, this battle is unfolding. If you are a follower of the number 33 car that Brad Layton drove earlier, that car has just returned, but Curtis Markham has gotten behind the wheel. So the Bayer Alka-Seltzer car, there you see him coming out from behind the pit wall. That was started by Brad Layton. It is now Curtis Markham, who has parked the number 72 that he normally rides in, and he was involved in that accident at lap 99. So Curtis Markham now in the number 33.
Here's one for the, you won't believe this. The 5 car is back on track after
Kyle
being
Busch.
involved in that crash. The driver is Dale Earnhardt Jr.
That's interesting.
Sure is. Kyle apparently had left the racetrack thinking the car had been withdrawn. We're not sure of that. We're making that assumption. They needed a driver, and there was Junior.
Driver change on Ron Thiel's car. Thiel was Jennerstown, Pennsylvania 2 weeks ago. First time the Busch North cars had run mufflers there. Thiel burned both the heels on both feet pretty badly. So he has climbed out of the car, and Elliott Sadler is in the 11th grade 7 in relief of Ron Thiel.